Hello, hi, and welcome back to Journey of a Metalsmith. Today we're going to be looking at a 10-piece bangle forming die set that I picked up at my local supplier. So I've taken a piece of dead soft copper and I've annealed it and sandwiched it between some aluminium with a feather in between, and I've really cranked it down and rolled it through the rolling mill to get that impression of the feather onto the copper, and it looks really cool with the texture. You can use a whole lot of stuff. I've heard of guys using speaker grills, anything that has a texture on it. You can achieve this with. So it looks really nice. And I reticulated the edges. I just did some burning and melted it down. I really love the slow-mo shot. Looking back at it now, all the greens and then the different colors on the copper looks really amazing. So we've just melted that down a little bit just to soften the edges and make it a little bit easier if we make a bangle out of it. Then it polishes up nicely and it feels good on the skin. Just go all the way around the piece. I've just sort of done it quickly for the sake of the tutorial, but if you put some care into it you can get some really good results. And there's a bangle forming kit. We just put one of the dies in and you anneal it and you start hammering. I used a pigskin mallet. You can use a rubber mallet too, or even a polished hammer to get the effect. And obviously with care you can get some really nice results out of it too. I was going for a rustic sort of feeling thing because it's quick for me, and just for the sake of the tutorial, just to show one of the results that you can actually get with it. Give it a quick polish on the buffer with some unipole, and you get some nice results. This is just a quick result. I kind of enjoyed doing this one, and then the next one was really interesting. I took some copper and I drew on it with a permanent marker, and you'll see that in the next shot that comes up. I drew I Love Cape Town on it, and you can etch it afterwards in ferric chloride if it's copper or brass. And there's the shot of the actual piece. You polish it up really nicely, clean it with acetone, draw on it whatever you like, and then put it in ferric chloride, and then the ferric chloride actually etches it away and leaves the part where you've drawn on proud, and then you can see the actual detail, and it actually gives you quite a nice etch. I etched it for an hour and then went over to forming it with one of the different dyes, and yeah, I think I got some cool results out of this one. Yeah, so I'll just let you watch how I achieved the shape of this bangle. You start from the right hand side of the piece and work your way all the way to the left. You really got to smack it sometimes because copper work hardens quite quickly, but you get some good results, obviously depending on how carefully you do it and what you do it with. You can get some really neat and tidy results from it. But like I said, I was going for this more rustic gypsy type feel of a cuff. Yeah, and it came out really nicely. I'm just rounding that off with one of the other dies. The set is fantastic. I was quite happy to pick it up at Cape Watch. It was a really good investment, I think. You can get some really nice stuff. And then over to the buffing wheel again, just to get it nice and shiny. And you can still see the I Love Cape Town on it. Yeah, the options are endless with this. Really great stuff. And there it is, I Love Cape Town with Table Mountain on the back. This set can be picked up at Cape Watch Tools and Jewelry Supplies. Really great service there always.